Hey, everybody, Rochelle Plumstead here, eXp Realty. Thanks for joining me for this week's Movin Up Minute. We had some great follow-up questions to last week's Movin Up Minute where we talked about pre-closing inspections. So thank you, my good friend Kimmie, for these questions. So what happens if it goes sideways? What happens if the house is not ready for the buyer to move into? So it could be something that's somewhat minor, though it's major to a buyer because they want to come into a home that's ready for them. But let's say the lawn wasn't mowed, the house is dirty, there's some garbage left in the garage, they took the curtains and they weren't supposed to, that sort of thing. So this is something that more often than not, the two real estate agents and the buyer and the seller can come to an agreement on. So whether it's sending somebody to mow the lawn or, oh shoot, the cleaner didn't show up, or come get the garbage, or it might be something financial that they agree to. Perhaps, I don't know, I'm just throwing a number out there. So let's just say $200 to have somebody to come and clean the appliances. So this is something that can normally be dealt with fairly easily and not hold up closing. But what if it's something major? What if you walk in and the owners are still there? They haven't moved out. They didn't realize they had to be gone before the pre-closing inspection. This happens. It just happened. It flooded, somebody vandalized and broke all the windows, that sort of thing. So this is where you're going to have to most likely involve your lawyer, because this is something beyond my realm of expertise. So we're going to have to involve lawyers. So it's not nice regardless of what happens if the house isn't ready on closing day. So sellers, please have the conversation with your realtor of what the expectations are. Buyers, just know that sometimes you might come up against a seller that's just not willing to do anything. So then you have to decide, are you going to proceed with the sale or this purchase, or what are you going to do? Because this can get really hairy sometimes, and it's really unfortunate because a buyer's super excited to get into their home. So as a seller, it's on you to make sure that you make this a great experience for them so that there's no holdups on closing. You're going to get your money as a seller, and a buyer can get their keys hopefully by the afternoon. Hopefully this helps. If you're moving up, moving over, moving out, you got questions, I got answers. Wishing you all a great weekend. Bye for now.